What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to attempt a British vocabulary quiz. So, if there's one thing I've noticed about Britain, it's that you guys have a lot of different words and phrases and slang that we do not use here in the United States. So today, I thought it would be fun to put myself to the test, literally, by taking this quiz all about British vocabulary. I have no idea how I'm going to do on this. I'm a little nervous. So let's see. Let's see how well I can do. Let's start this. 17 questions named after Sir Robert Peel. What are British police called? I feel like I've heard this somewhere before. Do any of these sound familiar? Robbies? Robbies? That sounds like slang for a robber or a burglar, like the opposite of a police officer. I don't think it's a robbie. Birdies? This is just made up at this point. Birdies, peelheads. Bobbies. Bobbies sounds familiar. I don't know. I don't know why bobbies sounds more correct than birdies. From an American's point of view, all of these words kind of sound equally ridiculous to me. No offense. Peelheads is just... part of me hopes that the answer is peelheads, but I think it's bobbies. Bobbies! I don't know where I've heard that before, honestly. I feel like a lot of Americans actually know bobbies for British police. I have no idea why it's that word, but somewhere I've heard that. Okay, good. We're off to a good start here. Which of these devices is called a lift in England? It's a lift. Oh boy, a car jack. That does lift a car. Oh my goodness. I feel like a lot of this, because I don't know a lot of British slang or vocabulary in general, I feel like a lot of this is just going to be like logical deduction on my part, unless I just straight up know it, like a bobbies. Like, that had no logical meaning for me, I just knew that. But a car jack would lift. A toaster? Toaster is a lift. It lifts toast, technically. Elevator. An elevator really lifts humans. Elevator is probably what I would go with. Forklift. Has lift in the name. That's a little too on the nose. I think it's an elevator. Yeah, okay. Americans say elevator. Brits say lift. Oh, you don't even use the word elevator. You just say lift. I did not know that. That was just like, okay. That was just like logical to me. Good. Because to elevate means to lift, so yeah, those both kind of make sense. Okay. This is great. Maybe I'm just going to get a perfect score. Maybe I just jinxed myself, though. While Americans wait in line, Brits tend to form a queue. I know this one. It is a queue. Not a pitch, faff, or a prat. A queue. In a lot of the videos I do, this word comes up. We say waiting in line. Brits say queuing. Or like you can be in a queue or form a queue or, stuff like that. I actually really like the word queue. I think maybe we should consider adopting it because there's something about the word queue that just sounds more orderly. Queue is taken from a French word for tail. Really? Queue. I just knew that one. I knew that one. I think a lot of Americans would get this one correct. Because these are pitch, faff. You're not waiting in a faff. Queue. Like a queue is a word in America. We just don't use it very much. But we know what it means. It's like, an organized series of stuff. Anyway. I know stuff. Often found in the wallets of Brits, A quid is slang for pictures, money, money, quid. I don't know where I've heard this before. Maybe in a movie, a film? I think it's money. Like a pound? Driver's license? No. Contraceptives. I'm not sure every American knows or has heard of a quid, but this sticks out to me. I think I've heard this in a movie. It's money. Yes, okay, it's means a pound sterling. It's the same way that Americans use the word a buck. Can I borrow 20 bucks? Can I borrow 20 quid? Really, it's like equivalent to that. It's a slang word for a pound. Okay, yeah. I thought it had to do with money. This is wonderful. I actually thought this was going to be a little harder. Challenge me a little bit, vocabulary quiz. This is too easy. A Brit who's headed to the loo is going to... Oh, geez, I got what I asked for. I got... Ask and you shall receive. I have no idea what we're talking about. The loo? For some reason, I gravitate towards bathroom, like a toilet. Scotland Yard, like a prison? Garage. I've never heard garage and loo. Garden? Maybe. I gravitate towards toilet. It is. People don't know the origin of the word loo. Gosh, I honestly want to be transparent and be like, oh, this is how I knew loo is toilet. But for the life of me, I don't know where I've heard the word loo. I think subconsciously throughout my life, I've assimilated more British vocabulary than I realize. Because loo, I've never used that word in my life. But instinctually, I gravitated towards toilets. Loo might have been common in old American English, I think. Let's keep going. Which of these games is the US version of Britain's Noughts and Crosses? Noughts and Crosses. Tic-tac-toe, Simon Says, checkers, red light, green light. Noughts and crosses? Noughts and crosses? What does that even mean? This is a game? Tic-tac-toe. Not Simon Says. Checkers? Maybe. Red light, green light. Oh my God. For some reason I want to say red light, green light because there's two of them? Noughts and crosses. This word "not" is sticking out to me. Not means zero. I think that means it's tic-tac-toe. Because tic-tac-toe has X's, which could be crosses, and not would be zeros. This is the only game that has a zero in it. It's tic-tac-toe. The X's are crosses and the knots are nothing or zero. Oh my gosh. I am so glad I actually took some time there because it's funny with a lot of these things you can just think about it for a second and figure it out. Oh, now I'm getting nervous because I feel like there's a chance I could go perfect. If I'd just gotten something wrong already, I wouldn't be that nervous. It's like, okay, I'm not going to get a perfect score. But now it's like, now I have this crazy expectation. Taken from a popular brand name, when a Brit is hoovering, what is that person doing? A hoover, I think, is a type of vacuum. But I've never heard it used as like a verb, like an action. Like, oh, you're hoovering. But I think a hoover is a type of vacuum cleaner. Please? Making coffee, baking, drying hair. I think it's a type of vacuum. Yeah, Hoover vacuums are popular in Great Britain. They're not that popular in America. We used Dyson vacuums a lot. That's the famous fancy one. But I've heard of a Hoover. I didn't know that British people used it as like a verb, like, oh, I'm hoovering. That is funny to me. Which adjective describes someone who is knackered? Gosh, this word knackered, I feel like has come up at some point in one of my videos. Knackered. I almost want to say it means confused. Tall? No. Excited? Tired? Maybe. Lonely? Maybe. Knackered? I think it's tired? I don't know why. Because we do not have this word knackered. If you have a knack for something, it means you're good at something, which is more like excited, something positive. But I think it's tired. Yeah, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm a bit proud of myself actually today. Like I'm doing better than I ever expected. It's an older word for knacker, a person who bought worn out animals. Okay. During which of these events would a British person put on wellies? Am I finally going to get one wrong? Because for the first time today, I'm looking at this word wellies, and this means absolutely nothing to me. I've never heard this before, and I don't have any instinct of what this would mean. Wellies? You put them on. A wedding. You put on rings. Is that what a wellie is? Going to sleep. If you put on pajamas, are wellies pajamas? Thunderstorm. What are you putting on in a thunderstorm? A wellie. Like a raincoat? Surgery. You put on like a gown or something like, is that a... Wellie, I'm leaning towards wedding ring. Like for a wedding, is a wellie a wedding ring? Dang it! I know I'm gonna get this question wrong because I have no idea, and I'm not sure I can logic my way out of this one. A wellie, it sounds like wedding. Wellie, wedding. I feel like that's influencing me, and maybe not in a logical manner. Going to sleep would be like pajamas. Are wellies pajamas? They could be. I think it could be going to sleep or wedding. Put them on. When would you put something on? Going to sleep, you put pajamas on. Going to a wedding, you put a ring on. Wellies. Wedding, I don't... Oh, it's thunderstorm. I wasn't even close. Rubber rain boots. I thought it might be like a raincoat. Dang it. The perfect score is ruined. I'm just gonna quit right now. And I've never heard that before. A wellie. It's rubber rain boots. I don't know. Okay, fine. You got me. If you see a British person pushing a pram, what is being transported? A pram. A pram. I feel like I heard that in Harry Potter at some point. I'm depending a lot on Harry Potter for some of this, reading some of these words. Trash on a pram. I thought a pram is like a cart, maybe groceries. Oh, or a baby, like a carriage. A pram might be a baby carriage? A stroller, yes. Oh, yes, okay. Whoo! As soon as I saw a baby, I was like, a baby carriage, baby stroller? Because when I think of a pram, I think of pushing something. I almost thought it was a cart, which is for groceries. Baby, I don't know why, but that stuck out to me. Nice, okay. If an English person is chuffed, chuffed, how would that person be described by an American? For some reason, chuffed sounds either really good or really bad. It doesn't mean hurt or winded. It's either angry or delighted. Chuffed. Chuffed. I don't know why, but I feel like chuffed is a good thing. Like you're delighted. Yes, oh, puffed with fat. I knew it was either bad or good. Chuffed, you're chuffed. Okay, we don't say chuffed, but okay. If a Brit asks to borrow your bureau, what should you give them? Okay, this is another one. I have no idea, no instinct. A bureau, a pen, a car, a phone, or a lawnmower? If you're going to borrow something, it's probably a pen. You don't really borrow someone's cell phone in this day and age, or their car, maybe their lawnmower, but I think a pen? A pen, that just, yeah, it's a pen. That just made, That one was just like, what are you most likely to borrow? It would be a pen out of these things. I have no idea what a bureau was. I just kind of taking advantage of the question there. Which of these is a British term for someone who does menial work? Someone who does menial work? Jiggery pokery? Some of this stuff made up, I swear. Buddy? Dog's body? Trainer. Menial work. Someone who does menial work. Maybe dog's body? That sounds like what's menial work? Like raking leaves? Dog's body sounds like dirty and like you're doing hard work. A dog's body. that's, that's actually the answer. That is so funny. It is so funny to me how I could just look at some of these and be like, I don't know, dog's body sounds kind of like you're getting down and dirty, like you're cleaning gutters, menial work. Which of these is a synonym for gormless? Gormless? Gormless. What is gormless? Healthy, dim-witted, bald, or poor. What does it mean to be gorm, let alone gormless? I'm leaning towards healthy for some reason. Like, gormless? Why would being gormless mean healthy? It means you're lacking something if you're less. It's gormless. You're lacking gorm, whatever that means. You're lacking intelligence would be dim-witted. You're lacking hair would be bald. You're lacking money would be poor. God, is it poor? Do you have a slang for poor people? I think it's dim-witted. Yeah, it is. Yeah. What does gorm mean? Like intelligence? Which of these people might be described as a boffin? Boffin? A member of the House of Lords, a research scientist, a bird watcher, a juvenile criminal. I've never heard boffin in regards to British politics or government. I don't think it's a House of Lords member. Maybe a researcher, but boffin kind of sounds bad. Is it funny that you can just look at a word and be like, that sounds bad? I think it's bad to be a boffin, which means it's a criminal. Yeah, that's okay. That's where sometimes my logic can just be completely off. Like, I sound like I know what I'm talking about sometimes, but there you go. Like, I was completely wrong. I've never heard of a boffin before. A research scientist, really? That's random. A British person might say to you, hard cheese. After which of the following? You're going to say hard cheese? Why? You hold a door open. Hard cheese. What? You lose a game? Okay, like hard feelings? You win the lottery, you leave for vacation. Maybe losing a game, because in America you might say like tough luck. Hard cheese, tough luck, maybe next time. This sounds negative, like hard cheese. Like, lose a game? Yeah, tough luck. It literally means tough luck. Okay, I don't know. You see, sometimes I'm spot on, shockingly, with this. Used to describe some soccer teams, or football in England, what does shambolic mean? Oh, jeez. Shambolic, this is the final question. Shambolic. Never heard this word before. For football teams, if they're shambolic, highly paid, they are winning streak, disorganized, well rested. Shambolic, well, we have the word shambles. If you're in shambles, you're disorganized. Yeah, exactly. It says right there for the word shambles. Excellent. I got 15 out of 17. I'm actually really proud of that. I'm totally okay with that. That is way exceeding my expectations. Funny enough, even if I thought I didn't know the answer, for many British words, if you just think about it for a second, you can figure it out sometimes, or guess. Or, sometimes the questions were worded in a way where I could figure it out. That's cheating, but whatever. 15 out of 17, I'll take it. This was a lot of fun for me. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on how I did in this British vocabulary quiz. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Britain and learning about British culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.